Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, November 29th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey. And Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation to stop all of the activity for just a few minutes, 10 or so, and center yourself and just breathe. Center yourself in God who loves you, who made you, and calls you by name, who knew you before you were born. Each time we come together, I offer some thoughts on a passage of scripture, reading continuously through different books of the Bible. And as we read through the book of Romans, today we're on Romans 12, verses 9 through 21. In this section, Paul is now shifting in the passage just before this. He's talking about the variety of gifts and how each one of us is given different roles and different gifts in the life of the church and in the life of the world. Here, he starts to talk in 9 through 21 about the things that all of us should do, all of us should live. And it's noted that he quotes frequently in this passage or makes reference frequently to the book of Proverbs. And you get that feel because it's short, staccato things. Let love be genuine. Outdo one another in showing love. Do not, I forget exactly how it's phrased, but do not repay evil for evil. All of those kinds of things. And it's this laundry list. And it's the kind of thing for a minister that when you look at it, you say, how do I preach on this if this is the text for a Sunday morning? You have to pick one phrase or one part of it because it just jumps all over the place with kind of a laundry list of things, much like Proverbs does if you read a whole chapter at once in many of the places in Proverbs. So the verse that I chose to focus on for our reflection time is verse 15. Rejoice with those who rejoice, and weep with those who weep. If you haven't already done so, I invite you to go to a quiet place in your house, and if the room has a door, close the door, and settle into a chair, and allow yourself to relax into that chair, to feel the support of that chair, and to let it support you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. Continue breathing deeply and slowly. Breathe in the breath of life and breathe out all that does not give you life. Breathe in God's peace and breathe out all that does not give you peace, all of your worries and your fears and your anxieties and all the things that are going on for you right now. Just let it go for the next couple minutes. Keep breathing deeply and imagine that God's presence and peace is washing over you. Imagine it as it settles on you. Imagine it like water running down over you from a shower head. And the water runs down over your head. The peace of God runs down over your head and your face. And in doing so, your mind is calmed. And as the peace of God touches your face, your brow is relaxed and your jaw is relaxed and maybe you even smile. And the peace of God runs down over your neck. The muscles in your neck unwind and the tensions you are feeling are released for just this time at least. It washes down the peace of God over your shoulders and down your arms to the tips of your fingers and drips off the tips of your fingers. And your hands open up and you turn your palms up to hold the peace of God, the gift that God is offering you right now in your hands. It runs down over your chest, and as it does so, your breathing stays nice and deep and renewing. Your heart rate is calm and resting. It washes down over your abdomen, and as it does so, all of the things that have caused you upset float away for just a while. It runs down your back, and the muscles of your back are renewed and refreshed by the presence of God. For in this time you lay down the burdens of the day, trusting God to care for them. The peace and presence of God moves over your thighs and your calves and your feet. The weariness in your legs and feet from all of the running around that you've been doing melts away for a little while. And then in your mind's eye, imagine yourself in a circle of people you trust. You're all sitting in a place where you can be in comfortable chairs, but you can all see each other. Who are the faces around the circle? Imagine that this is a time of catching up. You've not been together with all of them in one place, maybe ever, but certainly not recently, because maybe they are people from different parts and times of your life. These are people that rejoice with you and weep with you. These are people with whom you rejoice and with whom you weep. What are the stories and the events and the things of rejoicing that get shared around that circle for you and for them? And are you able in this time to lift them up to God in thanksgiving? And what are the things around this circle and in you that cause you to weep? And are you able together to lift those up into the presence of God? For you see, as you look around the circle carefully, there is the presence of God as you rejoice and weep together. God is one of those in one of the chairs. I'll be quiet while you rejoice and weep and lift it all up to God in thanksgiving and in concern. And the time for the conversation in this circle comes to an end. And all of you stand up and you come to the middle of the circle, having been assured that it is safe for you to hug and to offer affection to one another. Take time to offer affection and care and greeting and farewell today at this time to those who are in your circle. And then as you finish that, allow the image to fade away and bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Well, that's Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, November 29th. If you have feedback for me or you want to talk or pray, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.com.